So again, you're going to put in stock, market, project, and then your first and last name. Oh, I'll just put my first name. Thomas Adams. Okay. And then also, I'm just zooming in so you guys can see this better. You're going to type in the date. Then you're going to put days since 2018. And then to move this over, you just kind of do this little deal. I'm just waiting on purpose to kind of give you a chance to catch up if you're a little behind. In this next one, what I want you to type is stock value. Okay. And then we're going to do a little formatting. So click on the capital A here, and what it does is it highlights the whole column. Okay? That's good. That's what we want. And then we're going to click on Format, then go to Number, and that's going to be a bunch of dates. So let's click on Date. And all that's going to do is when I go to put these dates in here, it'll automatically convert it to a date. Now let's do the same thing here for stock market value. We're going to go to Format, click on Number, okay, then go down to Currency, and just click on that, and then we're going to copy and paste some stuff in there. So now skip over a space and type in company. And then after that, type in ticker symbol. Then after that, we're going to type in the y-intercept, because what we're going to do is we're going to graph this thing. And then type in slope. And then type in value per share in 2043. Okay. And then next to that, we're going to put days. And then in parentheses, we'll put 2043, because we're going to have to calculate how many days until 2043. Okay? How many days will it be until 2023? Then skip a space down here, or actually skip 2 spaces, and I want you to put value in 2023. Next to that, you're going to put number of shares. And again, if you guys didn't see it, see how my word kind of gets cut off? Just go up here at the top of the column and kind of slide that over, and it slides everything over, gives you a little room. I had to do the same thing over here a little bit. You can make it short too if you want to make something short. It's up to you. Then we're going to say investment. At some point in time, we're going to decide how much money we want to put in there. And I'm going to put a $sign. And then over here, let's put approximate net worth in 2043. And these are all approximations. Please don't go home and tell your parents that you know how much money you're going to make in 2043 based on Mr. Adams' high school Algebra 2 linear model project that we're trying to do for the last week of the semester. This is what day traders and actual stock market brokers actually do, something like this, but the math is way fancier. Okay. All right, cool. So now we're going to copy and paste some information in there. So again, remember, I want you guys to use this link where it says Yahoo Finance. Many of you guys have this tab open. Okay. I did Tesla first. And there's my information. So you type in your company on your tab that you want to use. Okay? So I'm going to use Tesla. Now on your Chromebook, this first part right here, that's the name of the company. This is what we call the ticker symbol. So I'm going to go back to this tab. I'm going to type in Tesla. Then my ticker symbol is capital TSLA. And I'm going to type that in there. Okay. Now to make this kind of look nice and neat, do me a favor and click on the word company. Then take your finger, put it on the shift key, hold the shift key down, then use the right arrow, and then go down one. So if you move the right arrow to the right and move down one, it'll highlight all the stuff that I've highlighted in blue. You have to hold that shift key down though, as you do that. Okay? And then see this little, I don't know, it's called borders, but see the little square boxes, it looks like four corners. Click on that, and the first option is all borders. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a little border around this information, like that. Okay? That's it. Then I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to click on this value, take my finger, and I'm going to hold the shift button down, and then I'm going to go down one and then over to the right here and repeat the process. Click on the borders. Okay? And if you say, Mr. Adams, could you do that one more time just so I'm feeling good about this? Absolutely. Click here, take your finger, all right, put it on the shift button and then hit down. That's how you highlight things. And then I'm going to select the first option for borders, okay? Now this stuff we're going to put borders on it, but we're going to wait until after we put all the information in. So go back to the tab for Yahoo Finance, okay? Now you should see a thing somewhere at the top. It should say historical data. So let's start there. Is there anybody in here that has a company that does not have the historical data tab? Does everybody have the historical data tab? Click on that. So the historical data tells you the value of the stock per day if you want. You could do a daily report. You could change this to weekly. You could change it to monthly. I'm going to do daily, which is a lot of information. Okay. So now over here where the dates are, watch me do this first. I'm going to go real slow. Okay. Click on this arrow. We want to go back 5 years. So I'm going to click on this and change it to the same date, but 2018. So click on the calendar, and then you have to click up here, and then you scroll up, select 2018, select November, select 28. And now it says 11/28. 2018. I think if you click on it too, you could just type it in. All right. So that's what I want. I want 5 years of data. When you're done, click done. Now, before you do anything else, you need to click on this right here. Apply. Okay. Now, your guys' Chromebooks have been operating slow today, although it seems to be going a lot faster now. And then you'll see a change. Now, if you notice, not every day is listed. That's because the stock market is closed on Saturdays and Sundays. Okay? It's closed on Saturdays and Sundays. So you should see 5 days in a row. Well, there's holidays too, but anyways, see this button right here? Right underneath apply, see how it says download? Okay. Click on that. Now when you download that on your Chromebooks, you're going to get a little thing right here that says, okay, click on this to open or whatever. Now when you open it, it's going to open it as a Google Drive. Mr. Adams is on an actual computer, so I got to actually kind of put it in my Google Drive. So just give me a second. So go ahead and open it on your Chromebooks. And when you do that, you'll get something that looks like this. Okay? So is there anybody that isn't to this point? Is there anybody having any issues getting to their screen like this? Raise your hand if you do. I'll help you. It's just loading. Okay. And so what we're going to do is we're going to focus on the close. I'll just kind of highlight it so you can see. And we're going to focus on this. You don't have to change the color. I'm just telling you what we want to copy and paste. Now to copy this, you're going to click on this first thing. You're going to take two fingers. You're going to take this finger, push the shift button. You're going to take this finger, and I think if you hit page down, it'll go down for like a lot. So find the page down button and just keep holding it. It's a lot of data. And then if you use the up or down button, you could get all the way to the bottom. Okay? Page down, and then once you get close, you could use up or down. You got to hold your finger on the shift button the whole time or it messes it up. Once all that data in that first column is selected, you're going to hit Control-C to copy. You know that you've copied it because what it'll do is it'll put that dashed box around the data. Okay, guess what I'm going to do with that copied data? I'm going to put it in my spreadsheet. So I'm going to go over here to Date, and now I go to the first cell, and I'm going to hit Control-V, which is Paste. It'll take a while. It will take a while. And for some reason, it didn't like my date format, so I'm just going to format the date this way by clicking Format, Number, and Date, and then it'll switch it over to this kind of format deal. Okay? It doesn't have to be this way. And mine's in a different color. I guess it just copied and pasted that too, so don't worry about that. Okay. Did everybody copy their dates over? Not everybody. Is it going slow? Is there anybody that's having trouble understanding what to do, or is it just the internet slow? The internet's slow. Okay. This lesson on linear regression is brought to you by Diet Dr. Pepper. Once you copy that over, we're going to repeat with this, go back to the original spreadsheet, you're gonna click on that first tab or the first cell. That's what that's called. You're gonna take your finger, hold the shift button down, then take your other finger and select page down. And it goes one page down at a time, which is like 30 or 40 rows, whatever there is in a thing. Now, I go all the way to the bottom. I don't want to go all the way. I guess it doesn't matter. You can copy that too. So you hit Control-C. You know it copied it when it puts the little dash box around it. Then you're going to move that over here to where it says stock value. Okay? Then you're going to hit Control-V to paste it in. And it'll take a second. It's a lot of data. What was it, about 2,300? What was it? It's only 1,200 points of data. 1,250 points of data. That's all. I'm going to change this, though. There you go. So is anybody having any technical difficulty, aside from it going slow? Is anybody having any issues highlighting it and copying and pasting? Raise your hand. I'll come help you. Or maybe ask a neighbor and they can help you. All right. So now what I'd like to do, does everybody have this copied over? Well, let me ask a different question. Who has not yet finished copying everything over? Raise your hand. Okay. I'm sorry, I'll be patient. Let me ask another question. Does anybody need my help, or is it just going slow? Does anybody need my help? Well, in the meantime, what I'd like for you to do is take your finger, right, and you're going to click on A. You actually don't need your finger. Just click on A. Actually, you do. Now hit Shift, move to, oh wait, no. Hold the Shift button, then click on C, and it'll highlight all three of those columns like that. And then we're going to put our borders in. Okay. And we're going to do another kind of slick thing. So when I say days since 2018, what we're really going to do is we're going to call the first day here. We're going to... Oh, I got to pause this.
I just have a few bus announcements.
All right. So we're going to put a 0 in there. And then what I want you to do is I want you to type 1, 2. Now, it would take forever for us to type 1, 2, 3, 4, all that. But there's a little thing you could do. You're going to take your finger again. And you're going to hold Shift. And then you're going to highlight, hit the arrow button, and highlight 1 and 2. Then, very carefully, you're going to use your mouse, and you have to hold this. You have to click on this dot and drag it way down. Okay? And it'll take a second. You got to wait till you get all the way to the bottom. If your finger slips off, it's okay. You could start with the last two numbers. And what it's going to do is it's automatically going to fill that in. It's going to say 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all the way to the end, which is easier than typing it in manually. There's another way to do it too. I think you hit a couple shortcut buttons, but this is more fun. I like to watch everything scroll down. Remember, it's 1,258 cells, I think, or something like that. Yeah. So I'm just going to let go right here, and there it is. 1,256. Well, 1,257, something like that. Okay? And that's all we're doing today. I think, well, let me show you one more thing. What we're going to do next is click B and then click C. And then what I'd like for you to do is click Insert Chart. Okay? And there's the chart. By the way, does that look familiar? One last thing. Click here and say Move to Own Sheet. Okay? And then I'm going to